world's largest great white shark might actually be a cannibal. No, it wasn't the Kraken. It wasn't the mighty Godzilla. It wasn't even an orca whale that was in a fit of rage. Scientists had been baffled by a weird species that had struck and devoured a 9-foot great white shark. But it turned out to be a super predator that even apex predators like the great white shark dreaded. What was it then? According to the researchers who had investigated the puzzling case, it was reportedly a colossal cannibal great white shark. The original YouTube clip that was uploaded was from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation documentary The Hunt for the Ocean's Megapredator, as it had been discovered. It appears that the Smithsonian Channel revised it and turned it into a different documentary titled Hunt for the Super Predator. The documentary tells the story of the attempt made by scientists to catalog Australia's great white sharks and the hunt for the executioner of a 9-foot great white that had been tagged with a monitoring device just 4 months previously and kept track of its whereabouts, depth, and temperature. The scientists were perplexed by the information found within the shark's black box when they discovered it on a beach. Everything pointed to the 9-foot great white being consumed by something enormous. But what could have possibly acted in such a way? Eventually, they were able to identify the enigmatic executioner, but it took more research into the larger migrating great whites that entered the area where the 9-footer was executed. The researchers assert that all of the tracking details from the missing shark were supported by their most recent research findings. The cannibal great white shark, believed to be 16 feet long and weigh over 2 tons, could easily match the speed and trajectory recorded by the monitoring device. Given that their body temperatures were the same and that they were migrating great whites, it makes sense as the only creature that could logically devour a shark is one that resembles a shark but is larger. The troublemaker grows in size as the shark does. The rest of the program demonstrates how lesser sharks leave the sea as soon as they become aware of a nearby large shark. And krakens, kaiju, and megalodons that have been secretly turned into weapons by aliens. The program put out possibilities as to how it might have been struck down, which would explain why a larger shark would consume a smaller shark. That could have been a territorial dispute. A hunger-related situation might possibly occur. It eventually came to the conclusion that big sharks devour little sharks, which is the theory that makes the most sense. The incredibly uncommon photos were taken as part of a series looking at reports of predators feeding on other predators in the wild. Captivating footage depicts a 12-foot-long great white shark consuming fishing bait close to a boat when it is being taken down by a much larger opponent. The smaller shark suffered a big bite wound in the center of its body and 2 other serious wounds as a result of the vicious incident. All sharks are cannibals, including ferocious great white sharks, according to Professor Mark Meakin of the Australian Institute for Marine Science, who was interviewed for National Geographic's fascinating new series Cannibal Sharks. He even remarked on how massive this shark was. Even though it is 12 feet long, the magnitude of its bite is really enormous. You have to have a tremendous amount of strength to bite off a piece of another shark like that. You also need to be rather large. The Gold Coast region of Australia is reportedly seeing an increase in the number of mangled carcasses being taken from the water. Some people have been bit so badly that all that is left are their heads. Unbelievable new research reveals that sharks have been eating one another for thousands of years. The prehistoric Orthocanthus, a shark that swam the waters 300 million years ago, left behind fossilized feces, which scientists examined and discovered contained baby shark teeth. That indicates that these sharks were cannibal sharks 300 million years ago, according to Professor Meakin. A crucial characteristic is a shark-on-shark predation. According to some, cannibalism starts in the womb. With their enormous livers, great white sharks store energy in the form of oil. According to research by Stanford University's Barbara Block and her team, the oil also aids with buoyancy. When alternative desirable prey is available and the sharks are not starving, there is no incentive for an adult great white to overeat or engage in cannibalism. This is because too much weight would weigh the sharks down. Great whites are actually rather selective when they scavenge on whale carcasses. The fluke of the whale is the section of the whale that adult great white sharks prefer to consume, leaving the lower quality parts for smaller, younger sharks, according to research. These are apex predators for a reason. It's not just one rogue shark going after other sharks or even one species of shark striking other sharks, it's a swarm of sharks turning on each other.